You believe that eating a really sweet food is all it takes to cause hyperglycemia, but it's not quite that straightforward. Yes, eating a lot of sugar or carbohydrates can cause your blood sugar to rise, but at that point, your pancreas usually gets to work producing insulin to transport the glucose to your body's cells. But when a person has diabetes, this well-balanced mechanism goes horribly wrong. Although you might assume that any indicators of high blood sugar would be visible, it is perfectly possible for them to go unnoticed. You most certainly aren't alone if you are unaware that you have high blood sugar, because many individuals are. Here we have a list of 10 signs that your blood sugar is high. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to get notified when we post new videos. Let's get moving. Number 10. You're hungrier than usual, but losing weight. According to Medline Plus, polyphagia is a symptom that occurs in many persons with uncontrolled high blood sugar levels and manifests as increased hunger. Moreover, the Mayo Clinic notes that if your blood sugar levels are too high, even though you are eating more, you can be losing weight for no obvious reason. Since glucose, the body's primary source of energy, isn't available, muscle and fat must be used as a source of energy, says Zanini. Unintentional and harmful weight loss occurs when your body starts utilizing muscle and fat as fuel. You might also notice muscle weakness and more frequent falls in addition to these adjustments in weight and appetite. Emmanuel continues. Number 9. You feel tiredness and fatigue constantly. According to Dr. Hatipoglu, feeling exhausted may be the most typical early indication of high blood sugar. She adds that it's also one that can happen, to a minor extent, with even the typical mild blood sugar swings that occur in persons without diabetes or with prediabetes, when they ingest a lot of simple carbs like sugar. Of fact, fatigue is a somewhat imprecise symptom and can even be a sign of low blood sugar, as Dr. Adamoulim points out. But if you frequently experience exhaustion soon after meals, particularly those high in carbohydrates, it can be related to your blood sugar levels. People frequently express their want to nap after lunch or their inability to open their eyes after dinner after consuming large quantities of pasta, potatoes, or sweets, according to Dr. Hatipoglu. It should be made clear that eating these meals is completely okay, but if you discover that they consistently cause you to feel a particular manner that worries you, like being abnormally tired, it may be an indication that you should consult with a doctor. Number 8. You have noticeably blurry vision and frequent headaches. You could notice that objects seem a little hazy and that your vision isn't as sharp as it once was. According to the Joslin Diabetes Center in Boston, having high blood sugar levels can result in fluid leaking into your eyes and swelling your lenses. This alters the lens's shape, which prevents it from focusing correctly and results in blurred vision. According to Emmanuel, you might also experience difficulties at work, difficulty operating a vehicle, and recurring headaches. Number 7. You develop sores that tend to heal more slowly than usual. The National Institute of Diabetes and Digestive and Kidney Diseases states that cuts, scratches, bruises, and other wounds heal more slowly in those with uncontrolled blood sugar. Diabetes destroys nerves and has an adverse effect on circulation, especially in the lower legs and feet, which might prolong healing because insufficient blood flow is being provided to the area. Even little wounds are more vulnerable to infections, which can develop into very serious conditions and even necessitate foot amputations. According to the American Podiatric Medical Association, if you develop a foot ulcer, you can notice fluid leaking onto your socks or an unpleasant smell. Number 6. You notice tingling and numbness in your hands or feet. As previously discussed, diabetic neuropathy, commonly known as uncontrolled blood sugar, can harm nerves. You might find that your hands and feet are tingling or perhaps unresponsive. Some patients may feel pain in their feet and hands. Although neuropathy can affect anyone with poorly controlled diabetes, it is more frequently seen in those who have had diabetes for a long time. Number 5. You're developing blisters, dryness, or other skin changes. The ADA warns that if you have diabetes and are trying to lose weight, small bits of excess skin, known as skin tags, may develop in the fold of your skin. The back of the neck, hands, armpits, cheeks, or other places may develop dark, thick patches of soft skin, acanthosis nigricans. According to Zanini, they may indicate insulin resistance. High blood sugar levels can be detected by symptoms such as blisters, infections, dryness, itching, discoloration, and anomalies of the skin. If these skin changes progress, consult your doctor. Number 4. You're getting yeast infections more often than usual. You may experience more frequent vaginal yeast infections as a result of hyperglycemia. According to the ADA, Candida albicans is a form of yeast, a fungus, that is frequently to blame. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the symptoms can include thick, unusual vaginal discharge, vaginal itching, redness, or soreness in females, pain during sexual activity, pain or discomfort while urination, and pain or soreness in the vaginal area. While yeast infections are common in people without diabetes, your risk of getting one is higher if you have higher blood glucose levels. The yeast consumes glucose, and if your blood sugar is high, your urinary system has more glucose, claims Bandakwala. According to him, hyperglycemic uncircumcised men are also at risk. Number 3. Swollen or bleeding gums, which increased your infection risk. The National Institute of Diabetes and Digestive and Kidney Disease states that gum disease is a complication of diabetes. According to the ADA, it can also make diabetes more difficult to manage since the body releases more glucose into the bloodstream as a defense against infection. The more glucose there is in your saliva, the more it will feed the bacteria in your mouth that interact with food to produce plaque and lead to gum disease. Gums that are initially red or inflamed can be one of the symptoms. According to the Mayo Clinic, if they are left untreated, they can develop into periodontitis, which can result in tooth loss, your gums pulling away from your teeth, the appearance of pus or ulcers, and more. To prevent harm to your gums and teeth, control your blood sugar, and visit a dentist. Number 2. Nausea, vomiting, confusion, and more. According to the U.S. National Library of Medicine, these seemingly unrelated symptoms are actually all indicators of the rare and potentially fatal condition known as diabetic ketoacidosis, DKA. The symptoms listed above, as well as stomach pain, breathing difficulties, dry or flushed skin, fruity-smelling breath, and attention deficit disorder can all be signs of DKA. The U.S. National Library of Medicine states that it typically affects persons with type 1 diabetes and that it may occasionally be the first indicator of a medical problem. On occasion, type 2 diabetes patients may experience milder DKA, according to the U.S. National Library of Medicine. DKA develops when the liver can no longer use blood sugar for energy in the absence of insulin and starts to break down body fat into a type of fuel called ketones at such a rapid rate that they become poisonous and cause the blood to become acidic. Anyone who exhibits these symptoms should seek medical attention right away because DKA can be lethal if neglected. Number 1. Increased thirst. Dr. Adamulam explained that this is a natural consequence of peeing more since your body becomes dehydrated. The doctor claims that people start to feel thirsty all the time. According to the Mayo Clinic, dehydration also starts to cycle. The more you urinate, the more thirsty you become. The more you drink, the more you urinate, and so on. You should consult a doctor about your worries. If you are having one or more of these symptoms to the extent that they lead you to get mentally alarmed or negatively impact your life. For example, because you are too exhausted to go through the day. A specialist, such as a primary care physician, can assist in identifying whether your symptoms are being caused by diabetes or prediabetes-related elevated blood sugar. It is still important to discuss hyperglycemia and other potential reasons for your symptoms with your doctor, even if you are unsure exactly what's happening. Alright, everyone, that's all I have for you for today. Let us know your opinion in the comment section below. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Stay safe, and we will be back soon with another video.